day 6 today, and here we are for the Simply Stated day 6 of 2024 Advent Calendar. And we are pulling out the day 6 package. Oh, I tried to cheat and get 2 of them. All right, here's day 6. I can see we're definitely getting some 12 by 12 paper here. This is so exciting. Okay, ready? Oh, beautiful, beautiful damask in that beautiful forest green. Out, we're doing a project today, you guys. Look at that layout. Look at it. Okay. Oh, what a gorgeous wreath. What a gorgeous wreath. Look at the details on there. Just beautiful. And we have some more of that beautiful, what do they call that? Like bouquet, that technique with the white circles, only in this case it's kind of champagne. And we have a champagne stripe here, 12 by 12. And we have some ephemera in our envelope. Christmas magic. Beautiful. Oh, and a beautiful bow. Look at that bow. Oh, it felt something under there. Oh, and there's a present too. Beautiful. And a beautiful little elf. And Santa and his deer. Giving him a little hug. Oh, and look at the beautiful Christmas trees. Love it. Love it. Okay, let me go and get some stuff organized here, and then we'll dive right into this project. I made a cardboard box, fairly waterproof, by using waterproof duct tape all around the edges, so that I could have this for doing my spraying anytime I want to do spraying. This is a bottle that has distilled water, half distilled water, half alcohol, 70%, and as many drops of fired brick reinker as you'd like. And then I put a paintbrush full of perfect pearls in there. And so I mix this up. Now I'm going to spray it. Now I'm squeezing it really slow to try and get these big drops. For green, I'm using Tattered Angels, and this is Glimmer Mist in Meadow Green. Now, when I took this out of the drawer, a story I'm sure everybody has heard about the fact that these sprayers do not last very long. Okay, a couple of things. Lay your Tattered Angels or whatever you have down so that the pearl is on the bottom of the bottle and doesn't clog up the sprayer. I'm squeezing really slow to get some dots. All right. Now, this is Tarnished Brass Distress Spray. Now again, I lay this on its side, so you see I don't have all the pearls not on the bottom. But another thing, many bottles come with this sprayer. It's kind of a standard size sprayer on a lot of things. For instance, this one came off of a StazOn, an old StazOn bottle. So I just took the sprayer off, put it on top of here, and I had to cut the plastic insert because it was way too long. I just cut it on an angle and put it in here. Okay, I'm going to use this to put a little gold on. Ooh. Oh, if you go slow, it gives a nice gold round drop. And fast, you get more of a spray. The only thing I notice is I ate pretty much all my red with the green. And since this bottle is about done, I've rinsed this old glass cleaner bottle out, and I'm going to just take this little bit off, and I'm going to do it on an angle, like so that I can help keep the nozzle clean. But again, store it on the side so that the end isn't sitting in perfect pearls, which clogs up the bottle. I'm going to give him a new home. Now, make sure if you're making this, you use distilled water because all of the bacteria is out of it, and alcohol so that it will dry quickly on your project. Okay, so now it's going to lay on its side for the rest of its life so that none of that pearl gets where it shouldn't. If you want more drops like that, here's a tip. Just drop them off of the end of your spout here. That makes nice drops. Okay, I really like the gold. Let me zoom you in on it. I really like that gold. Isn't that beautiful? And I think it definitely suits this advent calendar. All right, we'll let this dry, and then I'm going to use this as the base for my second page. So we are supposed to use our stripe pattern paper, trim it down to 11.5 by 11.5. We're going to add that to the 12 by 12 green pattern paper. Okay, I've gone ahead and done that. I want to explain what I did though. I trimmed 1/4 and 1/4, which gets me down to 11.5. That gets me 2/4 by 12-inch strips, which I'm going to use on my second page of my layout. Then I went the long way of the stripe. You'll end up with 2/4 by 11.5 inch and 2/4 by 12 inch with the stripe going up and down. Okay, so now we can go ahead and put that on here, but I like to distress first, so I'm gonna go through everything with you first and then we will distress. Okay, let me get my scrap paper. This is just doing a quality print check on one side, so the other side is good enough for gluing purposes. Up this way. I can trim off what I don't need after. Just want to make sure I get it in the right place first. Okay, so I've got a little bit I've got to trim away right here. All right, so we have that one ready to go. We can put that aside. And the other thing I did was I cut a title to put on this page. So I cut Magic in some green glitter cardstock, and I did a backer of gold cardstock. Now this gold cardstock is the very thin Recollections, so it's really nice to cut. So I'm just going to get this glued down. You can usually pick up any excess glue with a Q-tip, and on that shiny paper, it usually just wipes right away. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Oh, actually, pardon me. I have to do the eye. Done. Okay, so that's ready to go. All right, I'm not quite sure why I haven't done anything to it, but it really is warped up a little bit. Okay, now this guy's warped up and I know why. I put a lot of ink on it. So I'm going to cut all the mats for my photos before I do any distressing for that. So let me get all of those cut and distressed and I will be back. I need to glue this guy down, and to just help me get it into place, I'm going to put my 0 center ruler down here with a 1/4 inch reveal. And if I did my cutting right, this should give me a 1/4 inch reveal all the way around. And I got my damask facing up, and I have my stripes going sideways like they're supposed to. 1/4 inch. There we go. Done deal. Now I did get this onto the back already. I'm going to make sure that this is sitting up the right way. I am going to glue it flat because there's some ephemera that's supposed to go on. So I'm going to glue it flat. I am going to glue it more towards the top. Reason being, I cut my title here, which is going to go on the top there. And so I want room for it to be down here without completely covering up Santa. So that's why I've chosen to glue it more towards the top. I'm going to go ahead and get that done. I'm a little bit behind on posting my videos because number one, we decorated our home, and number two, my right hand has been really sore with my I've got a problem with a little bit of a trigger going on, and so I needed to give it a couple days rest. Now let me get this picked up here without getting glue everywhere. Okay, so the biggest thing for me is to ensure that I get Santa fairly level here. Just gonna slide it over a bit, kind of center everything, and then press it all down. I made one mistake when I was gluing my center down. To leave this spot up for the picture to slide under, and so I had to actually go in and separate that out with my little spatula tool here. I just slid it in under. Luckily I hadn't glued it super well. So if you haven't done yours, try to not glue that tree. Okay, I want to get my photos down. This is the one that I've chosen to go behind that tree. And this one's going to go here. And then this Christmas tree and this little elf is going to stand up there like so. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those down now that I know where I want them. And I like to use scrapbook safe glue on the back of my photos. I do understand that they say white glue is fine, but I get a little bit paranoid about putting liquid glue or something that doesn't say acid free around my photos. I just prefer to pay the extra money and use the acid-free scrapbook stuff. The joke's going to be on me because this is all supposed to last 100 years, and I'm not even going to be around in 100 years, so I'm sure that my future grandchildren will be laughing at me about that. I want to use some foam on this, so let me get my foam. She included Santa and a reindeer to glue over top of this one. I like this guy exactly where he is, so I'm just going to put this tree right here, and I'll put this cute bow right like this, and I think that will look lovely. Then I can bring in my magic, which I'm going to pop up here. So I'll put some foam on the back of that. I want to add some stickles to some of the parts on here. I'm going to do that now. That way it can dry. Just gives it a little bit of that something something, you know. All right, time to do the other page. I'm just going to set this one aside to dry. Okay, so this is the paper that I put some spray on. It's dried, but of course it is buckly and there's really nothing you can do about it. Or if there is, I don't know it and somebody needs to tell me the secret. I matted my pictures here with some of the paper. It was just a thin paper that the ephemera was sitting inside, but I thought it made a great mat, and it's the same damask as on the base of the other page. So I'm going to put these guys down. I put my pieces that I cut off of the other paper. I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch inside there. This is 3/4 inch in. There. So yes, 2023 Advent calendar, these things came from this guy. And these were ephemera that we got in the first couple of days. This and this Santa came to go here, but I used them over here instead. And I'm going to put 2004 on there. I like that. And it ties it in with the other page using this bit that we cut off from the other page. All right, now I'm going to put a little bit of stickles here and there. And we can call that done. So because I'm using a font, and even though it's free for personal use, Cricut Design Space will not let me share the file with you. So I'm going to teach you how to make it yourself. And you're going to go to defont.com and search for Adeline, Adelline. This is a free for personal use font. Download it and install it to your computer. Then you're going to go and open Design Space. So you're going to go to text. You're going to type in just the letter C. Click off of it, drag it out here. We want to make this letter C the font size of 213.55. Click on your C, under font type 213.55 and hit enter. Now you're going to rotate it. So we want the rotate on here to be 332. So simply click on your C, go to the rotate box and type 332. Now you're finished with the letter C. Now you're going to go to text, and I'm just going to drag it out here so you can see what I'm doing. Type Histmas, H-R-I-S-T-M-A-S. Now with Histmas, we want that font to be size 214. So click on it, go to the font size, and type 214. All right. Now what we're going to do is curve in that. So the curve on Histmas is 61 to the right. So click on Histmas, click on curve, and slide over to 61 to the right. There we go. You've got your curve. Now we need to adjust letter spacing. We want the letter spacing to be minus 0.5. So click on it, go to letter spacing, minus 0.5. You can then, with that chosen, go down to combine and hit weld. Now you're going to slide it over till the C joins the H. You're going to select the C and the Histmas, go to combine and weld. Now we're going to do magic. Go to text. Now you're going to type just the letter M. We want to make the font on that M 220. Go to the font, 220, and enter. Now we want to put a rotate on that, and we want to rotate it 13 degrees. So we're going to click the M, go to rotate, and you can type 13 or you can just hit the arrows up until you get 13. Now you're going to go and do text, and you're going to type AGIC. Now the AGIC, we want that to be a font size of 250. So click on it, go up to the font size and make it 250. Now we're going to put a curve on that, and the curve on the magic needs to be to the left minus 63. So click on your AGIC, go to curve, and we're going to the left until it's minus 63. Now we want the letter spacing on that to be minus 0.9. Click on your AGIC, go to letter spacing, type minus 0.9 and hit enter. That's going to move everybody all together. So we're going to put that in right about there. Now you're going to click the AGIC, hit combine, and say weld. Then you're going to include the M and the AGIC, combine, and say weld. Now what you want to do is click on Christmas. Let's make that color green. I made my words in green glitter paper. Now click on Christmas, go to offset, and you're going to type in here 0.125. Leaving it on corner and apply. We're going to do exactly the same thing for magic. Offset. 0.125 should still be there because it remembers the last thing you did, and hit apply. Now you not only have your Christmas magic title, but you have your offset to do in gold. My offset I did in gold. Gold shiny paper, metallic paper. All right, that gets you your title. Now you can just simply hit make and away you go. That's what Melina was making today. If you enjoyed my video, if you would give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And if you would like to see all the videos that I create, then hit subscribe and you'll get notified every time I put one up. La 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 la.